It's because I don't speak Japanese. That's it. That's honestly the biggest reason. Most of these shows aren't dubbed in English or subtitled, and they're also really hard to find on streaming sites. And what sites that I have found that do have these shows have them in their original Japanese. I don't speak Japanese, so I can't really watch or enjoy any of these shows.
Now, it'd be disingenuous to say that if I did find fan-subbed versions of shows like Star of the Giants or Dokaben, that I would eagerly dive into them. A lot of these shows are long, cheaply made, and old. When anime fans say that the 1980s were the golden age of the medium, they speak from a vastly more informed place than I do and probably should be listened to. But count me as one of the normies that looks at something made almost 40 years ago and says, yeah, no thanks. That's not to say I'm wholeheartedly opposed to watching some old-ass baseball anime. I classify Touch in that realm, and not only did I finish it, but I consider it to be one of my favorite shows of all time. As a matter of fact, the first baseball anime I watched was of the old-ass variety. When planning this channel in early 2017, I went to my anime list and searched for every baseball anime I could. I happened across one from the late 70s called Yakukyo no Uta, and it caught my attention because it had a very similar plot to Pitch, the short-lived American live-action series that I had just finished at the time. A lot of searching finally brought me to Dailymotion with a comprehensive playlist of the series dubbed in Italian. I speak Spanish and figured that I would be able to understand some of it, or at least more of it than I could if it were in Japanese, but I got about 8 episodes in before dropping it out of frustration. Yakukyo no Uta did make its mark on me, however. This channel is named in its honor, and my avatar since day one has been a close-up of Mizuhara Yuki, the star of the show and the fictional Tokyo Mets. I may not have finished the show, but I certainly have a great fondness and appreciation for it. In fact, the more I've read about these shows, the more I've come to appreciate their impact on the anime landscape. Mike Toole of Anime News Network has chronicled how Star of the Giants, quote, established a visual vocabulary that sports manga employ to this day, going so far as to call it, quote, one of the most important influential series in the manga and anime canon, period. The Adachi Mitsuru Show 9 provided a template for sports-flavored character-based narratives, mastered by Adachi himself, but also found in modern shows like Ofuri and Battery. And we can't forget the glass ceiling Yakukyo no Uta broke, making headway for girls' baseball shows like Princess 9, Taisho Baseball Girls, and this year's Cinderella 9. Though I haven't watched any of these shows in their entirety, I didn't need to finish them to understand their place. But the ultimate truth is I haven't finished these shows, and that without a fan sub, I'm not even going to start them anytime soon. All I have to go on are my preconceived ideas of how these shows might have been. It is possible that Star of the Giants, Samurai Giants, and Miracle Giants were all just propaganda pieces for Japan's most popular baseball team, but I don't know for sure because I haven't watched them. It's certainly possible that shows like Dokaben and Maimon were just rough drafts for Touch, but I can't know for sure unless I watch them. And as of now, all I've seen from any of these shows are a couple fan-subbed episodes on YouTube, and that's enough for me right now. Don't get me wrong, this is not a request for someone to subtitle these shows so I can finish every Japanese cartoon about a batted ball game. Even if someone were to subtitle all 156 episodes of Otoko Koshien, or 162 episodes of Dokaben, or Jesus Christ, all 183 episodes of Star of the Giants, I can't promise that I'll eventually get around to them. I am just fine in my state of ignorance, proudly proclaiming that the golden age of baseball anime was not the 1980s, but actually the mid to late aughts, or maybe even right now. Until further notice, give me Ace of Diamond over Star of the Giants any day, at least until I learn how to speak Japanese.